Oh,
hello, everyone. I know I hit the wrong one. I'm like, no, we're gonna watch her
Sure
dance.
you did.
We're gonna watch her dance. Yeah, I hit the old intro before. But, hey, you know what? We got to see her dance anyway. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Underground stream. The first one that I'm doing, that I'm back. Yeah, I had a crazy long move. Yeah, lots of craziness going on, but you know, we're getting back into the swing of things, and it's going to be a good thing. I'm going to get some more artwork done. We're going to hammer out pages on City of Venus too, and it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for you guys to see that. By the way, yeah, I've been doing a lot of hard work on that, and I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be very happy with the sequel, the long-awaited sequel. Again, apologies, but everything's been on my shoulders. All those campaigns, all these different projects. And all the everything, man. It's like I'm doing the work of 7 people.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to say quick hello to my friends here. We got Adega Outlaw in the house. How you doing, Doc?
Hello. Good to have you back. Glad the move went, and you're still in one piece.
Yeah, for the most part. Just gotta get some crazy glue and some screws and put myself back together.
There you go.
Yeah. We also got my buddy, the legend, Chris Fisk. How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. Yeah, I guess the price you pay for not getting like the Ace Ventura delivery guys is the physical injuries afterwards.
Yeah. I want to make sure my stuff didn't break. So yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
But my bones are broken now. But yeah. Oh man, it's nuts. And we also have Monotony, man. One of my other brothers. How you doing, Tony?
The wizard's not here. Go away. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Good to be back, man. It feels like I haven't done one of these. No, you took some time off to move, but it feels like I haven't been on the Friday stream in like ages. So I'm happy to be here because it ain't the weekend until you appear on the Friday Underground.
That's right, brother. And yeah, man, it's awesome to have you on here. I know it's been a minute. I'm happy that we're back with this. We got some problems with my merch store. It's not working.
So he says.
Damn it. It's been a minute since I've been on here too. Yeah, I wanted to update with some other stuff too, and I just haven't had a chance. But we'll be doing it soon. I'm gonna check myself here too, because that's weird that that ain't working. That should be working. But we're gonna talk about some stuff anyway too today, including, but not limited to the Indiana Jones stuff, the Sound of Freedom, a movie that I have been pushing in a big way too. Oh, the link works for me. I don't know what the hell. I'll drop it in again. But yeah, this should work. Yeah, there's a merch store. I know. What is the Stream Elements, that store? Sometimes you got to refresh it. I know it has some issues here and there, but yeah, there's still a lot of good stuff over there. So check it out, folks. But yeah, Sound of Freedom. Holy crap! That movie kicked the shit out of Indiana Jones on the first day. Which it left everyone with their jaws on the floor. They didn't know what to expect, but obviously, you know, that movie picked up more. But still, it is a massive loss that Indiana Jones. I think it's only like at 160 million as of Thursday. So yeah, those are shit numbers for the last Indiana Jones movie. But we all know why. I mean, come on, it's shit now. It's
not like that, but look at the budget difference too. Like the Sound of Freedom. I think they said that it was what, 16 or 17 million?
Oh, 14 and a half.
Oh my God. So there's that versus the colossal money sink that was Indiana Jones and the Diaper of Destiny.
Yep.
And like nobody like you're not going to make your money back, Lucas or Disney, you know, like that's a loss.
Good. They deserve it because they try to tank this movie in a massive way.
It's intentional at this point. There's been so many of these garbage movies out now.
You were saying about my diapers. Look at all the money that we're missing. What happened? There's nobody want to see an 80-year-old cocker try to, you know, whip around and be abused by a young British woman who's annoying as shit. Come on, folks. Don't. You can't even oh shit! Is what it is.
You broke kayfabe.
Yes, I did. I can't even stick with it. I was making fun of this movie nonstop. I did not watch it. I have no interest in seeing it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe on the high seas at some point, but I am not paying for it. I am not giving them a dime. Because I think the House of Mouse, they're criminals on every level.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you were running the numbers between the two movies, and Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom only has half the theaters as well. It's running all that with half the theaters.
Yep.
And almost no marketing. Like, I haven't seen marketing outside of Twitter.
Nope. It's literally been just social media stuff. And I know, like, Caviezel and Tim Ballard, they've been going on, like, religious channels and stuff like that, too. Because, like, all right, here's the big thing, and this is how you know how nasty Hollywood is, and how it's tied to these government things and all that shit. We know that Disney bought up Fox, and as soon as they did, the very first thing they did before anything else was they stopped funding on The Sound of Freedom. Now, why would you stop funding on a movie like that? And again, there had been documentaries because Tim Ballard, he's recorded everything that he's done, so. He saved thousands of children all over the world, and Disney went out of their way to stop people from hearing about it, from knowing about it. They had to buy the rights back. They finished the film, and because it was sitting for close to 5 years. As soon as they got the money and they bought it back, they finished filming. They said it's such a high standard too. They said the cinematography, everything about that movie is epic. The story itself, Draven saw it. There's a few people who saw it already. Again, I'm planning on seeing it hopefully this weekend. I just found a theater that's pretty close, so I can check it out. I definitely want to see it. But yeah, Draven said.
Jeremy.
Oh, go ahead, Bill.
I was just going to say, even Jeremy Johns, who mentioned he hadn't heard of this movie until people started asking him if he was going to go watch it this past weekend. He was like, oh, okay. You know, he hadn't even heard of it. Even he says you need to watch it at least once.
Oh, yeah.
He gave a glowing review.
That's awesome. And here's the thing, too, because everybody every website right now is saying that it's a right-wing propaganda thing. I'm sorry, saving children isn't left or right.
No,
And
no, not at all.
anyone who's trying to stop that or try to shit
Yeah.
on this movie or say something bizarre about it, they need to get their heads checked. That means they're part of the agenda and part of the problem. Because I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
think a movie that spotlights how these kids need to be saved and how certain individuals are doing that and trying to stop this, I think they should be given awards. They should be given more help to save even more children. You know. So I'm happy that the Sound of Freedom is kicking ass right now. It's over 20 million that it made so far. They said as of well, it looks like the full weekend, it could pull in as much as $30 million. And I heard too, there's a good thing at the end of the movie. Caviezel, they have like a special message from Jimmy Caviezel, the dude who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. And he says it. He's like, word of mouth. If you could, please tell everyone about this movie and tell them to go watch it. It's truly one of those movies that we could do a lot of good and change a lot of things because we need to save these kids at this point. It's just too massive. It is too massive of an operation that's been going on. It's $34 billion industry of slavery. That's more than anything in the history of the world. You understand that, right? Like right now is the worst. And this needs to have a bigger spotlight. They're trying to throw so much shit at this movie, these nut job propaganda websites, Deadline, all these. They're doing as much as they could to try to shit on it. But like in the end, they go, well, it's money for the theaters. And since everything's down, that's good that it's generating money. But right away they go right wing conspiracy. What's conspiracy about it when there's literally proof of these kids being saved?
They called it like or what is it, like right wing fantasy fiction or whatever. They're trying to basically downplay that this is happening. This is based on a true story, folks. This isn't like Goosebumps episode that was loosely based on a true story. Asterisk. Like this is a legit, like that's a real dude. You can talk to him today.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And they're calling it a 17th letter of the alphabet fantasy.
Yep.
Which obviously anything you've seen in Hollywood over the past 10 years has been a complete, like Captain Marvel, that was a fantasy. That was a if women were in charge, this is what we would do fantasy. So
yeah. But see, and that's part of it too. If you see any of these things like Gap After Dark, what you just said, I'm not going to say that on my channel, but yeah, well, we know what that is. That is that weird shit. That was the government that was doing that. They were putting disinformation out there and confusing people so they could say anything that we were saying, like about elections or shots or whatever. They could all lump it into the same category and call it disinformation. And
the flat earthers.
Yeah, exactly. It's all this shit. It's bullshit. It's about control, and that's what they're trying to do. Listen, saving kids again. It's not right or left. That's a human thing. If you people want to see kids hurt like that, no.
Yeah, exactly. So. Exactly. It's like, what's the alternative?
Right. It's like Papa said, that's a rich person hobby. You know, it's disgusting. These people are freaks. What's up, Nelson? How you doing, man?
Hey.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, all this shit. But you know what? I'm happy that more people are running out to see what's actually going on. They're supporting this film. Yeah, Papa. Yeah, it was horse shit. That was that letter. Yeah, man. I can't believe the amount of poison that they put out there because it's all about control.
The pushback.
Yeah, it's all about
really
control.
Scary.
They want to hurt everyone. They want to keep their narrative. That's why all the YouTube channels got hit. That's why they're hurting everyone that they possibly could. It's next level, dude. And if anyone is familiar or not, something just happened at the start of this month. It's called the Fed Now. Educate yourself on it because it's about more control. They want to get rid of the dollar, the physical dollar. They want it all digital. So
yeah,
this is going to be a very dangerous, freaky time. Yeah, man. It's
well,
there's
just
a lot.
just to play devil's advocate for a second here. So you're a crazed left winger, okay? You're part of the far left that's now entrenched in our corporate media and all this stuff. Okay, what switch needs to be fired for you to go, hey, there might be right wingers that are implicated in this bullshit? Like certain stories that I've heard about people with a certain president's tattoo on his back and stuff doing stuff on a certain island. Like, dude, right wingers got your back on that. If you want to like call out right wingers that are doing this shit to kids, you got everybody on the right support, buddy.
Yeah.
This isn't a left wing, right wing thing. This is there's some sick shit happening, and we want a clean house. Whose house? We don't care.
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
freaky.
no truth but power. They don't care about the morality of it. Like, if there was a certain right winger on a certain island, hypothetically, well, if they were a left winger, then they would ignore it. They don't care that they were on the island. They're just looking for dirt to gain the next advantage, to gain the next political victory.
Isn't that disgusting?
It is.
Kids suffering, and you're like, I'd rather care about some rich white guy.
Yeah, I was shocked when I first heard that. People were saying that, they're trying to attack the film now and saying that it's right. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Excuse me? Saving children is now a right-wing thing? Whew.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But the Catholic Church,
dude. I even saw crazy one. They tried to say that the documentary that Mel Gibson that he sent the film crew for them. They're saying that it's not truth. That it's that's fiction. Tim Ballard literally came out and said it. He goes, "No, we're going to release the 4-part documentary on the back of this film."
Oh shit!
So that they did it. It's been in the can. They've had that completed as well. They know that they couldn't just release it by itself. Doing it in tandem with the movie is going to be massive, and it'll get more eyes on this whole situation. Because again, he's worked with people who were criminals, who got reformed. They want to do good. They know what the hell happened to these kids, and they're doing their best to infiltrate and save them from these cartels and everything else all around the world. And the movie, the numbers are a little bit askewed. They don't want to give the actual numbers because they don't think people will believe it, of how massive the numbers are. They said in the film it's somewhere between 6 to 8 million, and that is way, way, way fucking lower than what it actually is. Way lower.
Yeah, dude. Like,
let's see, they're kind of right on that, because you look at how many people don't believe it now. It doesn't matter right or left or what have you. It's so far out of people's normalcy bias to think that this is actually happening in what they call civilized world. And it's part of the reason why, I don't know, Tommy should be here. I get into some of it in my books because I've dealt with people that have been into that. But it's so far out of their normalcy bias that even the low numbers, they can't believe it. Wait, no, we're in Europe or we're in America. They don't do that here. That's been hundreds of years ago. And no, some of the people that are preaching against it are the very ones who are doing it in the dark.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, dude.
There's story. So here's the thing is like, so we all know somebody that knows somebody that has had some weirdness going on with like attempted abductions and stuff within like the last 10 years. And like, I have an aunt who, she works with the, a local police department. And she also worked for a local grocery chain. And there were issues where women, like strange women, were asking other women coming out, like lone women coming out of grocery stores for help, or to like help them with putting groceries or whatever in their car or whatever. And like it was being reported like, this, like, don't go with this chick or whatever, like something's weird's going on. And like all that stuff got real hushed up. And when my aunt is telling me about this, saying, yeah, dude, this is really weird. Like, and I'm up here in Podunk, New England, like, imagine what is going on in the big cities.
Oh yeah,
like,
man.
Just go into your grocery store, you're a lone woman in your 20s, and all of a sudden like this other woman, because they always use women for the bait. They never use guys because, nobody trusts guys.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a couple of different things. There were documentaries too. There was one that was on Netflix of all places. Don't know if it's still there. I believe it was in the Boston area. It was a really tragic, crazy story as well.
Oh God.
Of this kid who was abducted. They went looking for him everywhere. You know, he was one of the ones like John Walsh talked about on his show and all that. They couldn't find him. They got close to it, and they found a house where he was rumored to be in. It was a big place too. It wasn't like some little home. It was substantial. They got in it, and the entire place was empty. They go to the basement, and there was literally handcuffs and chains hanging from these poles. And there were kids like they carved their initials or their names into the paint on the post. Like they scraped it in with their nails or something.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it's like to as proof that they were there. You know, and this document, I forgot the name of the documentary, but it was attached with the churches and with the government officials or something in there. Like it looked like it was a massive
black
cover-up.
phone. Yeah, or how about
something along those lines. Again, this isn't me just coming up out of thin air with it. This was literally on Netflix. But this kid's story got even crazier. It was years later. The mother pretty much gave up. They were taunting her a little bit at one point, and then they stopped completely, and she had no idea what had happened. And one day, it was like 15 years later or something, got a knock at the door, and there was a guy who was standing there holding the hand of a kid. And he goes, he was like, I don't know, maybe early 20s, something like that. No, mid 20s, 30, somewhere around there. And she goes, there's something familiar about him in the face, like his eyes. Like she recognized his eyes, and they stayed between the screen door, and he kept the screen door closed. Like he kept his hand on the door so she couldn't come out. And he says, "I'm okay. You have to stop looking for me."
Oh damn!
And she like froze, and didn't know who that kid was, who he was holding the hand of, but she did notice he had a branding on his wrist, and so did the kid. He says, "You have to stop looking for me. I don't want you to be in danger." Just like that. And then he closed the door and said, "Don't call the cops anymore. Don't say anything. I'm okay." And then left.
Well, what about recently here in was it Burlington? Was it Brighton or somewhere here in Massachusetts where they found some troon had like a heart attack or whatever, and the EMS people came in to administer CPR, and when they started doing a search of the premises, they found a back room with 2 kids and a bunch of unhygienic, as they called it, sex toys with feces and stuff all over it.
Jesus.
And the kids were being like guarded into the closet or whatever of one of the rooms, like trying to be hidden. Like, dude, there's we need to do some street sweeping.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. They said that they found a woman's body though too.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, in the bedroom, in that same bedroom.
Yeah. I think we mentioned it briefly. I think on one of my last streams. But yeah, I mean, and this happened. I think there was only maybe one news channel or one place that covered it, and no one talked about this thing. It's pretty massive. Oh, because it was during their month. It was during June. That's why they didn't want a bad spotlight on them. Absolutely horrific.
Oh yeah, bad optics, dude. Like, if the shoe fits, like,
yeah, right. Unbelievable. But by the way, thank you everybody for popping in here. I know we had Fun University. Again, he's the first one I said hi to as we're having such a heavy topic. Gap After Dark, Papa Cotton, Mogwai, Stig. Thank you everybody who's popping in here. Nelson. Nelson, Trina, Stig. Yeah, there's links if you do want to pop in, but if not, no problem. Same with Brutal. I believe I dropped you one. Samba Gogo, Lion Ratten, a lot of good folks here. And again, thank you for popping in. For first stream that I'm back. I'm in the new place, and guess what, folks? My internet's actually good. So, knock on wood on that one. The other one was dropping out all the time, and everything was all screwed up. But glad this one's all right. No, we're not ending yet. What's up, man? That you, Liam? Unintelligent Design. Hey Nelson, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm all right, man. Hey, everybody. I just, hey, Adega, hey, Chris, hey, Monotony, hey, everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody? No jokes, no voices, no avatar. I only got a few minutes to come on and talk because I got a crazy day today. But I just wanted to say to Chris's street sweeper comment, I do not recommend that armed citizens take up those arms and stop this child trafficking by any means necessary. No, I do not recommend that at all.
Ignisure absolutely recommends that you do it. Get out there, take your Pauls and your grenades, and wipe them all off the streets.
There's my favorite pig.
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
I didn't want to get Vinny in trouble for encouraging Minecraft.
Yeah, dude, tell me about it. I'm planning on seeing that movie this weekend. I found a theater that's close by that has it. There's only 2 showings, so I'm gonna try to hit one of those. But yeah, man, this is something people need to see and they need to talk about. I know Tina Bojan, she just went. Otherwise, she would have been here. Her and her family, they went to go see the movie. I told her bring some tissues because Draven told me he saw it and he said your eyes do not stay dry throughout the entirety of that picture.
Yeah, but to be honest, Draven doesn't stay dry in one of those down conventions either. So
that's true.
If I see this movie, I'm probably just going to get angry. I'm probably going to need to go home and run around the block and do some push-ups or something. Like I'm going to get fucking livid.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you on that.
And we should be angry. Like I think it was Papa Cotton said, he's like, what bothers me is the fact that more people aren't disgusted by this. Like,
right? This should have been the #1 movie. They should have toppled all these other things. That's why I'm happy right now. Word of mouth it's doing great numbers for it because they said it looks by Sunday they should hit around $30 million. That's not what they were. Their predictions for the movie was $10 million.
Yeah, but the sad thing about this, Vinny, is that there's that many people that got their heads buried in the sand that they don't know or they don't even care that this kind of shit has been going on. And it's been hinted at over the years, and it's been hinted at in other movies as well. And people just turn a blind eye to this shit because, well, if I don't see it directly and it's not involving me directly, why should I care? And it's the same problem that we've had with everything else. I mean, this is huge. And it affects every other part of our daily lives now. These people, they're just turning a blind eye and they don't want to get involved. And it doesn't affect them until it does. And by then, it's usually already too late.
Yeah,
exactly. The biggest lesson to take from this and the reaction to the movie and many of the people with their head up their ass, many of their reactions through the years is they don't deserve the benefit of the doubt anymore. If you're going to stand idly by while this evil is happening and just you pretend it's not and you go about your daily life and watch your TV shows and your movies, and I mean, you don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. You're equally as guilty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And every time I saw somebody saying something, again, that it's right wing, this was my reaction. And I'm sure Nelson feels the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like the not wanting to get involved and all that stuff is all part of Marxist demoralization. If you look at every blue city, like look at New York, for example. Okay. You remember, hell, even Jerry Seinfeld. You remember the series finale of Jerry Seinfeld was basically them all being arrested because they went to another city or whatever, or some town or whatever. And they literally sat there and watched a guy getting mugged and laughed and talked about it.
The Good Samaritan law.
Yeah. And it's like, that is not a law in blue run cities because they want that discord. They want you to rely on Big Daddy government. They want you to be demoralized.
They did actually have that law in New York at one time, and for a very short window, they were enforcing it. And I don't know if that was under Giuliani or what it was, but there was a short window in time where they had that law in New York. They were enforcing it because there were so many people that were getting run over in the streets, and people were just videotaping it and not doing anything.
Yep.
That they had the law, but I think since then the law has just been scrapped or just completely ignored, and that's one of the problems that you're having with a lot of these Democrat-run freaking states. I mean, look at the shit that they're doing over there in California. I mean, domestic abuse is no longer a crime, and it's not considered a major crime that, you know, for people getting released now from prison. I mean, this is the kind of ridiculousness from these people that you have leading these parties. And it's no wonder that so many people just don't want to vote Democrat. And I am no way endorsing most of these Republicans. Most of them are fucking rhinos. I'm sorry. They're just as bad because they're not the controlled opposition. But there are some of them that are fighting against this shit. But it's just like the Democrats that are fighting against this shit. They're getting buried and their voices are getting silenced because the vast majority of the sheep out there just want to make sure they're going along with the latest fad.
Hey, so I just want to say, I got to go, but I just want to say that I hope this movie, what it does is people around the world see it or at least hear about it. And it wakes them up. It makes them go, holy crap, there's a major motion picture based on a true story about how terrible child trafficking is around the world, how it's one of the #1 illegal industries. And it wakes them up to this and people start fighting it just from this damn movie. I hope this happens. I hope this wakes billions of people up around the world.
I hope and pray for that as well, because I mean, that's what Caviezel was pushing too. He says that's why in the end of the movie they said they tacked on a part where he says that he comes out and he tells people, please get word of mouth out there, let people know about this, what's really going on.
Yeah.
Yep. So hail Jim Caviezel, hail Tim Ballard, hail you guys and everybody that's pushing this movie. Thank you and have a great day, everybody.
Absolutely, man. You too, brother. Thanks for popping on.
Have a good one, man.
All right, take care, everybody.
You got it, brother.
See, Papa has a point there in the last thing he said, where 30 years for Maxwell to children or used to children to no one. The thing is, everything involved in that, and it should be plain obvious to everyone, it wasn't they caught the criminal, it's that the real criminals got away under the law.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I got something prepared for that. Now, granted, it's on one of the other things, but hold on, where is it? Oh, damn it, I have something prepared for it too. Where the hell is it?
What's up, Keely?
Hey, Keely.
Arg! I can't find it now. Are you kidding me? Oh, there it is. Found it.
Whoa. Who's responsible for this?
If something goes wrong, you find a scapegoat.
Rick.
It's what you do.
What'd you say?
Kelly.
That's exactly it. That's what they do. Oh, I love that too. They're saying all these horrible things that are happening, racism, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They're blaming it on video gamers. Isn't that hilarious?
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Dude.
We're going back to 1980s PMRC.
So we're going back to the bored housewife Tipper Gore blaming Mortal Kombat and freaking all that other shit. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, man, it's nuts. But
you know why they did that, and the reason why they're going back to it is back in the early '80s, it actually worked. In the late '70s, I cannot remember the name of the guy. He was a senator. I think he was a senator, but he was one of the first in 50, 60 years that the Republican Party had, who was black and very popular. And he got pointed the finger by 3 escaped children for, well, basically he participated in a snuff film. He had his member up some kid's backside.
What's that?
And yeah. And Minecraft came real abruptly while 2 other children that were in hypothetical little boxes were watching on, and they
Not okay.
Okay, I'll stop there. Either way, it came down to it being exposed, and in order to hush it up, they started doing their distraction thing, including the what was it? The D&D started getting pinned as being evil, and all of that stuff came out, and for a while it silenced it. Yep, the Satanic Panic, and all of it stopped They no longer searched into who this network was. They stopped, and because he was a Republican. How can a Republican do that?
Yeah,
but it's been going on, and so they're going back to the old playbook. I don't believe it's going to work this time.
Oh, dude,
and that's the thing is, like, we want Republicans exposed. Like, I don't think people understand that this isn't a left, right, like the whole right wing fantasy framing is just so off. If there were Republicans doing this shit, we would be the first to help you.
Yes. Yeah, like whatever quote unquote side Lindsey Graham is on, and Mitch McConnell and Mitt Romney and most of these fuckers. That ain't where I'm coming from. You know, I may like have more in common with people like Rand Paul or Matt Gaetz or certain ones, but this ain't about tribalism on this side. It's about morality. It's about the true battle for our spirituality that's going on right now. It's about good versus evil. And what kills me is there's an entire generation of millennials and Zoomers who want to be part of something big, who want to do their part for their generation. They focus on crap like the climate and whatever else. Meanwhile, we've got the subject that this movie touches on, and we have more slaves in the world today than ever before in history, and in fact our entire way of life is dependent on that slavery through globalism. And Trump deserves credit in some places, he deserves criticism in other, but the fact is he was helping to end some of this slavery by bringing manufacturing jobs back here to the United States, because everything we are wearing, everything that's made overseas, I mean, it's all made by slaves, including these people virtue signaling on Twitter, the phone they're using, probably a lot of the labor to create some of these platforms. It's all bad stuff. So the point is, if you want to be a part of something, if these millennials and Zoomers want to basically make their mark on the world, we'll fight against the real problems, fight against the things going on right now. You know, it's just, it's disgusting. The whole thing, like I told Papa Cotton in the chat right now, you think there'd be one thing we could all agree on, and that's protecting children.
Exactly.
Well, you know, I just want to add that picture that you showed last, Vinny. I just want to say Michael is a good boy, and y'all not to make fun of him.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to have it up there for you guys.
Doggy likes his big bone.
Oh my god, yeah, man, it's insane. All this stuff is too much, and yeah, I'm so tired of these evil pieces of shit doing what they're doing to everyone. And most of everyone, they're just complying with it. They're just like Tony was saying, you know, they're still on their phones, they're still watching this crap, all the poison that they put out there, just consuming it all, you know, and supporting it. My jaw's still on the floor about the majority of that stuff. You know, how many of these YouTubers, they just all ran out and it was all about Indiana Jones, yeah, just to make fun of it. Okay, we know it's a piece of shit of a movie. I was making fun of it on videos and stuff, but every single one of them I said, don't watch this movie. Don't support this movie.
Well, that's the thing on top of that, Vinny. You're talking about the same goddamn people that sit there and talk about how bad this movie was going to be beforehand, talking about how bad it is afterwards, after they went to the theater and watched it and supported the same company that they say they hate. Yeah, like, give me a break. Miss me with that shit. Here you got a movie that's trying to tell a real story, a story that more people need to wake up and understand, and none of them want to promote it.
Exactly. See, that's the point I was making too. I was like one of the few people who was doing it, and then I started seeing some of these, well, not in our circles, but some of these other ones, like Chris was saying too, like the Jeremy Johns and stuff. Like, you have people who actually went out of the way, they watched it, and they gave you their true view of it. And they know how sick this shit is. And they're like, yeah, how come there aren't enough people talking about this stuff? You know, I'm starting to see some people, it peppered out a little bit more, which is good. But that's the movie people should have been talking about from day one. That's the one that should have got all the coverage, not Indiana Jones 5, an 80-year-old fucking man with some nasty bitch that ruined I don't know how many other movies and franchises, Star Wars and all this other shit. We know what was there. We know what was going to happen. So why would you spotlight that shit? Everything that I did like either 1 minute shorts or like a 10-minute video, but I was mixed with other stuff. I didn't
right there, Vinny.
What's that? It's almost like they're a bunch of grifters. Yeah, I would say they most certainly are.
You know what? And here's the thing that really pisses me the hell off. Hold on. Let me get into Pignisher. This is a thing that really pisses me off. Like every last one of these son of a bitches, they can do the simplest of things to help this movie along, and all you have to do is retweet the damn thing out when these people are putting it out there to buy your tickets. Very simple. They can't even do that because God forbid if they took an extra 2 seconds out of their day to hit the retweet button. You son of a bitches. I've got piggy paws on piggy guns, and we're waiting for you. And believe it or not, I got backup. That's right.
Oh, no.
All the way. I'm fully
artillery.
And I'm going to do what's right because I want to try to get back into the spotlight.
Holy crap. Yeah, and that's it too. We got these celebrities who literally murdered people and they're walking around scot-free. They cut deals with the spouses. The freaking husband is now a producer on the film and he dropped his lawsuit and all that shit. It's like, are you people fucking for real? Oh my God. And I knew I forgot to send the link to somebody. Damn it. I just saw Adam's
Chris has got to run out.
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah,
I gotta catch up with you sometime.
Yeah, let everybody know where they can find you, man.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm heading over to Phoenix Press now. Nick's channel. We'll be talking about DC and Marvel and how much they hate their fans. So yeah, I'll try to find a link and hopefully I can pop it in here later after the stream. But yeah. I guess I'll see you guys later. Maybe when's Draven streaming Sunday for Collision?
Oh shit, I don't know. I gotta double check. I forgot completely.
Cool.
But yeah, so wait, there is no wrestling tonight, right?
I don't believe so. I think Big Ange is working.
Okay. Well, before you dip out, then since we're not having wrestling tonight, here's just something we're gonna admire for a minute, just like Bret Hart's admiring it.
Yes, that is Sky Blue's perfect ass.
That's right. This was by Too Sweet. I can't read the rest of that, but yeah, excellent. So, Chris, you have a great night, brother.
Thanks.
And, we'll talk soon.
See ya.
All right, have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
You got it, man. And who do we got down here?
Uh-oh. Hold on, now I'm going to have to go into my alter ego.
I sat here going, if I click this link that fucking Vinny sent me, I'm gonna, I know somebody's going to open up the door and be like, hey, what are you doing? I need you to come. I sat here and I waited to see what was going on.
Thank you for being here, Brutal.
We're in a bizarro world with stereophony and a gentle evening penis.
This is just... This is what we get. The other night, I was Dark Wiggler over on Draven's channel. I don't know. We're crazy sometimes. But Adam, how you doing, man? Adam, you're muted.
I'm good, you guys. Check out my WWF championships. Do you like Stone Cold or The Rock more?
Stone Cold. All right.
Speak louder, Adam. We can hear you through your muted microphone.
Does he know he's muted? Or maybe the dogs are...
You know what it probably is. The guy was probably smoking a few bongs. He's a little bit too high to figure out how to hit that little unmute button. Come on, get with it, Adam.
Oh, he's in the PC pros.
So there wasn't much I could do. I went to unmute and all I had was a spinning little wheel giving me the middle finger going, fuck you. And now the dogs hear Tommy, see? They're saying, yeah, motherfucker, you didn't do it right. Yeah. See? They love you, Tommy, but they're still telling you didn't do it right.
His radio's going crazy.
It's been one of those days where for 2 days working on rebuilding a dryer and it still didn't work. Plugged the brand new dryer in and it didn't work either. And I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself. It's one of those days. It's a Tony day from yesterday or a Draven day from the day before. So I had to bring the dryer into the house, but it's okay. And then the computer didn't want to work, but hey, I'm here with all you fine fellas now. So hey, it works.
Dude, well, we're happy that you're here, at least for a few minutes.
Yeah, man, it's all good. I've been listening.
Yeah, my bad. Like I said, first day back, I thought I sent all the links out, but I'm like, I missed you. Damn it.
Oh no, it's okay, brother.
But
you sometimes got a full house, so sometimes you got to kind of send in. I know how it works, bro. All good.
Yeah, man. It's because you know how it is with all those freaking the different groups and things. And
yeah, man.
Not
to mention, after everything you've been through, Vinny, if you just forgot me, trust me, you did well, my friend.
Yeah, I've been living off of like Advils and shit.
Yeah.
I hope that's all I forgot. I know I changed a whole bunch of other stuff. I've been running around doing so many different things. I'm like, I think I got everything. I think I did everything I was supposed to do. I don't know. I'll find out soon.
Well, Vinny, if you're having problems with headache, I've actually got a cure for it, and it's instantaneous.
Uh-oh. No, thank you. Sim, how you
just
doing,
take
brother?
one of these orally and
orally.
Don't worry. You already know who could do your taxes for free. We watch him on AEW all the time.
Yeah, Paul Dever.
That's right, Paul Dever.
Chris ain't here to laugh though right now. He knows. But holy crap, man! Yeah, it's something else. But
I know Nelson had to bounce. I was typing in the chat. I just hope it does. More gets out and people do talk about it. I'm more worried though that what they'll do is they'll just bury more crap on Mel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm more worried. I've already seen a reel where they were saying he's all part of the eye, and Mel is the one taking the children. And I'm like, good. And the movie hadn't even come out. On the reels already, they're going after him.
These people are psychotic, but like I said, there's more smart people and normal people that are they know what's up now. They're watching this stuff. They're doing their research. Watch any interview with Tim Ballard. The guy was in front of Congress. He was in front of all these places too, talking about this. He's had some of the kids with him that he saved. The documentaries that they had. He's proven this time and time again. Literally thousands of kids he saved around the world. So the thing is, it's because of the certain thing with the blood that we're not going to mention. This is why they're trying to say it's something else. But he's got proof of that too. He has recordings of that. There's certain 3-letter agencies that were well aware of it as well. And they have those photos. They have these things. They have proof. So this is real. This isn't some kind of nonsense or whatever. And he talked about it. He was doing a mission over in Africa that was saving these kids. And over there, they're doing crazy rituals. Weird, the strangest things you can imagine to these. Well, we're not going to get into it. This was a very savage stream. That was it wasn't just savage. That was vicious. That's the vicious Randy Savage.
Well, it's the society we're in, though. Look at all the proofs that we have 2-3 years later, and fuck all's been done. So let's hope, at least for the children's sake, like humanity here, hey, wake the fuck up. It's time we put the kids first and all this other bullshit go away.
You know what would help is if the culture warriors, I know it's kind of touched on, but the people with 700,000 subs, close to 1 million, if they would actually stop being the pawns of Disney and running out to see their movies and then talk about it, whether it's good or bad things they have to say, and actually help to bring more attention to this, because this is what's important. And I think Vinny, because Vinny's the one who first brought my attention to this movie. We're going to see it Sunday, but this is what matters. Everyone knows Indiana Jones and anything else they're coming out with is a hunk of shit. Running to badmouth, that ain't helping anything. Get the word out about this movie. Make sure your loved ones see it. Make sure your friends see it. And if you have a platform, use it for good.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it. And look at that too. I mean, like the numbers, like they went up. They had there was a slight dip that they were trying to do to try to hurt it, but it's been going up. And it looks like they said by Sunday it should hit around 30 million. That should be way, way, way higher. So hopefully more people will go check it out. The Sound of Freedom. Go do it. Again, you could get tickets for people as well. They have the kind of was like play it forward type thing. If you get a ticket, you could give a ticket to somebody for free as well. There's also a place where you could just buy tickets for people over on their website. I believe it's angelstudios.com or angelstudio.com, something like that. Go check it out. I know I had put it in one of my previous streams, so it's there as well. But yeah, this is definitely something people need to be checking out. Let everyone know. I mean, I'm planning on seeing it soon as well. Things are starting to settle down here, putting things in order. So I'm going to try to make some time to go check out the film for sure. I've been wanting to see it. And again, I believe in what they're doing. You know, the good that they're doing. These guys, they're sacrificing their lives. They're putting themselves in danger in order to save these kids. Tim Ballard, he did something really insane where he told a story of one of the operations that he was doing. The finances that they were getting were running dry, and he had to end it. But he had already met the kid. They set up like this meeting with the people who were running this little crime circuit, and they changed the location. And they said, we can't secure your safety. And he goes, I don't care. I'm going to save this kid. And he went to one of the most hostile, dangerous cartel territories, I think it was in Colombia, and they said, yeah, he could have been he could have disappeared at any time, and he went in and he made sure he saved this freaking kid. They don't know how he did it. He prayed to the Lord. His people, everyone was there, and they said, with all the money that they burned, because they thought it was like another group of kids, but it would happen to be one kid, and the number he gave of the times that bad stuff happened to him was 60,000 times. That is the most frightening thing imaginable. One kid, and they
don't want to tell you the facts, Vinny. I mean, yeah, okay, we know what they're doing. You know, we can't say it. Mm-hmm. But and again, don't sit there and go, "Oh, it's there, not here." Think about what was released on us that's coming from the South. There's a reason those people are coming up through here.
Here's the most screwed up thing on top of it. They said America is the number one consumer of that product. Number one.
I believe it.
You know, I'm going to try and be as vague as I can so I don't get the not okay sign again.
Right.
But I did express to the group here once upon a time something that was shown to me by somebody in the know who had connections with 3-letter agencies, which gave me a brief glimpse into this. And there once upon a time was someone in Minecraft who wanted to be the first female president. And the video was of someone of that caliber and her aide who had done some absolutely unspeakable things to her.
Didn't they say it got released, that footage?
I don't know if it's the same one or not.
Oh.
It may or may not be, but it was to a little blonde girl who, let's just say, if you wanted to pull the core out of a watermelon.
Oh boy! All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that. You talk about horrible things down in South America. These are people that claim to be our leaders and our betters in our own country, doing things like this. Mm-hmm. So no, it has to be looked at seriously in our own backyard before we start going elsewhere. Because here's where the money is. This is where the power is. If you don't clean it up here, you're not going to get it anywhere.
Exactly.
You know what, Papa? I hear you, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't want to see that. But I mean, there's other things that you could do. You can go to that website, the angel.com. And technically, you could throw a few bucks in to push for, the pay it forward for somebody else that maybe wants to go see this and wants to learn about what's happening. So there's tickets available for those that are, financially unable to go see it.
Or even simply, Tommy, put every single person in the chat, every single person in this panel. We are all on other YouTube shows. We're in the chats. Bring it up in the chat, man. Word of mouth. That's all that most of us can do. because
Absolutely.
we're trying to fight the good fight, and they're
Mhm.
trying to stop us. I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense why there's a Parmesan cheese outbreak in the White House right now, right? So
Yeah. Well, exactly. Tree Rock brought up something here too, and let's just put it this way: the cartels, they're definitely doing big business with governments all over the world. So, yeah, there was one cartel. They did something really bad to I think one of the cops or two of the cops. Like they murdered two of them on the border or something. And one of these other cartels, they grabbed their own men, executed them, and left their bodies for the cops to see in Texas. And they said these are the men who are responsible, like a peace offering. Why would a cartel do that? Because they know there's big business, and they don't want their men going being headhunted either. So it's like, oh yeah, these are the guys responsible. So here you go. So yeah, I would say there's a lot going on. And if you see any of the stuff that happened with that laptop as well, take a look at what's on Hunter's back. That specific tattoo. That's one of the central hubs in the States for trafficking. So yeah, that's I think it's a big 10-4.
Think about it, Vinny. You've covered, a lot of us have covered very quietly as much as we could throughout the years over this kind of a topic, and things going on, and we've had to watch our words because it's real, but it is literally now. Look at all the things that we are finding out for real. So this isn't just about one thing. A lot of things you could have questions in your lives. These 3-letter agencies have now been implemented. Hey, yeah, they did do that. They're telling us they did that, and then they wonder why we don't trust them.
Exactly.
That's the silly part. And then you want to tell me that this isn't happening when we know it is. There's all these reels where they're talking about all the kids in Ohio that just disappeared. All of a sudden, boom, 35, 40 kids missing in Ohio, And that's happening all over, though. And because we don't have a news channel telling us about it, you don't hear it.
Well, yeah, and don't forget, too, the border of Canada and the United States, during the lockdown, they started finding remains all over. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah.
But it was massive. The number was massive, and no one was really talking about that one either. A couple of news channels picked up in their local areas, but then they saw how big it was and how far and wide it spread, and they stopped talking about it because they found them underneath schools and underneath abandoned churches. These remains. And let's say all of them were not adults. The majority of them were, all of them were little people.
Yeah.
So
kind of like that one Chris was talking about, like that whole thing there, like that. And again, you didn't see much news coverage on that. This is stuff that the whole world should hear about, especially those of us living in the United States of America, man.
And that's why they're doing their hardest to suppress everyone. They don't want people knowing this stuff because, again, with technology got a whole lot of people. We have access to things now. People could find stuff. They could see stuff. They could research things. People in these 3-letter agencies who don't like this stuff, they're starting to talk. They're getting information out there for more people. Proof is getting out there. And it's making the powers that be shit their pants. And that's why they're trying to do more control, more lockdowns. Once they control the money, they have everything. And that's their next step. And again, because they deem that cash is dangerous. So that's why everything's going to digital. It's ridiculous.
I mean, the kind of shit that these people in power are getting away with right now make the Donner Party incident look like something that should be on Lifetime.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. But all right, I think we'll end it because we're getting into territory that we would have to be on Rumble or something anyway.
Getting into? I thought we've been doing it almost the whole
we've
time.
been there. We've been there, but before we really get there, because there's certain things like
Or you push it too far, Vinny.
Yeah, like Nelson, we get very angry at this type of stuff because we don't want to see kids hurt on any level. It's a lot, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with everything. I hope. Again, more people go see The Sound of Freedom. I hope there's going to be a bigger push everywhere once the numbers do better. Because, again, that's the thing, too. A lot of normies and regular moviegoers, if they see something's doing great, then they're like, oh, what's this? And then they'll go and see it. If the numbers are poor, then they don't really back and support things. It's a lot like the crowdfunding shit. They just want to be part of something, it looks like, the normies. But regardless, there is quality out there. Go look at it. Go support it. Yeah, we're going to go around the horn and let everyone do their outros and stuff. Adega, since you were the first one in with me here, let everyone know where they can find you and what else you got going on.
All right. My YouTube channel, if you want to hear current stories, there is pre-sale for the fourth book, if you count it, but it's the end of the trilogy for the Evolution in hardcover on Barnes & Noble. That should be out by the end of the month. I could have released it right away, but I figured I'd give people a chance to look it up. The cover for maybe the final book in the series is almost done. Once it is, I will give you guys a preview here. And just working on a couple copyrights, but things are moving along pretty well. And as always, it's good to have you back, Vinny. Glad to be here, and sorry if I'm push the envelope sometimes of some of the things that I know, because the stuff we covered tonight if it doesn't sicken you, it means that you're either trying to hide from the truth or you are part of it.
I agree. I agree with you, man. Because this stuff, it turns the stomach, but at the same time, people have to know about what's going on so we can help stop it and save these people, save these kids. That again, same thing with that guy, Tim. He said it. He had a post-traumatic stress disorder from all this stuff, and he had to work through it in order to continue doing what he was doing. Because he knows he had to save these kids. He believed it in his heart. Faith in God and family and all that. Yep. And he kept doing it. So God bless him, and I hope they keep protecting him too. But Adega, thank you so much as well. Always happy to have you here. Monotony, my brother, let me know what you got going on. What you like to say?
Not much going on, just a whole lot of coding. Yeah, just working on my thing over here. I will be going to see the movie on Sunday. I wanted to see it 4th of July, but we have our new puppy. We didn't want to leave him alone with the fireworks on his first 4th of July. Yeah. Didn't know how he would react. And now I just got to wait for my wife's next day off, because I definitely want to bring her. Probably going to bring my mom too. I want them to see this, and it's just nice. Nice to get the message out there, because people, they need to take their head out of the sand. They need to look at what's going on with this and with so many other evil things going on in our world right now. So don't adjust your speakers. It's just reality, people.
Dude, Tony, thank you so much for being here, man. I look forward to hanging out some more as well. Hopefully you could pop in for a bit too on the next streams. I know some of that wrestling stuff. I don't know, you've been bowing out of, but I know how it is, because some of those companies, when they go that direction, I don't want to support them either. Shit views.
It's like they're fighting for the other, let's just say there probably aren't that many people who are going to go see in AEW who are going to go see this movie. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's rough. I'm watching for the girls and everything else, and just making fun of them. We're there, as everyone knows. But I don't know. People like CM Punk, they're nauseating on every level. They are part of the problem. Yeah. That's for sure.
It's sad too. I was looking forward to his return, and in one night he ruined that.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. It's disgusting. Yeah, when I see him, I'm not gonna watch. I'll probably bow out too. But I mean, it is what it is. Hey, Brutal, you've been sitting here, man. Anything you'd like to say before we go?
I'm just well, thanks for the invite and all that. That's cool, and I'm just fooling around. But then I kind of went off on a tangent with the thing, because like with a guy, I guess six young ladies that I consider daughters, and 2 guys that are like sons to me. So this is a topic that kind of I've been telling kids for like 30 years to pay attention to what's going on around them and all this stuff. So I kind of went off on a tangent there for a second and started thinking about the weird shit, but I'm back now.
Well, glad to have you back. But
hey, thanks. And, it'd be good out there,
Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Always great having you on. Jump over to Adam. You're muted. Unmute.
Oh,
No, it was a lot of fun, man. I was glad to see the men's room in the chat, and some of the normies in the chat as well, man. It's always good to have our peeps. Everybody missed you, Vinny. So, and we're glad that you're back. But yeah, it's real simple. Like the line's in the sand for the majority of us. Like we know this shit's going on. If you're not going to do anything about this, then you're not on our side. Sorry, that's just kind of how it is. Like instead of talking about what we already knew from even Doom Tep and Doom Cock and fucking. Doesn't matter, Hans Cock to Frank Cock to all of us telling you Indiana Jones is going to be shit. We already knew that. Mm-hmm. So why are you going to watch shit to tell us something we already knew fucking 3 years ago, yo? Don't give a fuck. I'm done. I haven't been to the movies in a while. Like you and I said, maybe if we're lucky, Deadpool. That was like the biggest movie you and I've been talking about, Vinny. Other than this one, But you were the one that brought this to all of our attention. So thank you, brother, for getting the word out to all of us and constantly, bringing it up, even though YouTube doesn't want you to talk about it.
Oh, I know. I brought it up 2 years ago when the trailer originally dropped, and everyone who saw it was like, "Holy shit!" But when's it coming out? And like, they had no release date. They had nothing going on. They didn't know what was going on. And then when you find out more and you see more, it's like, holy hell! Disney was trying to stop it. I mean, whew.
We got to fix you. I got to get your cup next to your comment. There we go. See, perfect. See, nice. it just works. That's how it should be. But no, man, I've been listening and I agree. Bruno, you were fine, man. Don't even sweat it. It's a very hard subject to talk about when they don't give you your freedom of speech, And unfortunately, this is what we got to do. But you know what? They hate us for doing it. We're going to keep doing it. Just know that we don't agree with it. We will not comply. It's not going to happen. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing. Before I started, I went outside. I got good and high, and then I came back inside. We started talking about this, and then I kind of went off on a tangent in my head, thinking about past shit when the kids were young and all this shit. And so I kind of went away for a second, but I'm back. I'm all right.
If you ever saw Joe Rogan, he sat there and he was talking with somebody, thinking about it was the guy that was on the bike that was ripping the paper away from the girl. And like Rogan's eye was sitting there and you could see it, man. He was just like, if that was my daughter, I'd be in jail right now. I was absolutely. Like, dude, you just went to a dark place. And he's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you damn right. Because I thought the same thing. Like, there are a lot of us that are that way. The problem is they have silenced us. And so many people don't understand how silenced all of us here have been. And now 3-4 years later, they're finally seeing it and going, oh, yeah, those guys were saying they were being silent. Yeah, well, we have been for 3 years, man.
Yeah.
So, and now that more normal people are catching on, like we said, maybe it can finally get back to how it should be. But I'm sorry.
I hope so. Oh, before I forget, there is another stream you guys should go check out. I heard about it. I gotta watch it as well. Apparently, Ice Cube was on Joe Rogan, and he breaks down some stuff too, and he talks about some of this shit and these elites and all these horrible people who've been doing the damage to the world, have been hurting people and everything else. So I think that's one to check out, because he's someone who also turned down a certain shot that Jamie Foxx had taken, and we know what happened. Yeah. He turned it down because he knows what's up. He knows what was going on. I'm looking forward to listening to that at some point soon too. But that's another good stream to check out. I hope everyone over here, if you haven't yet, please go check out my projects. City of Venus, Through the Woods, Shadow of the Kraken. All my stuff ships immediately. You don't have to wait years and years and years. I'm not leapfrogging any campaigns when letting you sit there and waiting more years in order to get previous. Nope, you get your stuff all right away. So if you want the goods, just go ahead, support my campaigns. All the links are in the description. A few people have been dropping them out there as well. So I thank you guys and girls for that. And Tommy, let everyone know where they can find you, brother.
You can find me here. You can find me there. You can find me fighting with YouTube over on Twitter because there are a bunch of no good cork suckers. These son of a bitches have been playing with me forever. They hate me. I am the most hated guinea pig on YouTube. And I've proven it over and over again how they love to suppress me. But guess what? I keep fighting back. And the only way that they're ever going to get rid of me is to remove me from the platform. So you can kiss my ass, YouTube. How do you like that, you son of a bitches? No, seriously, man, this shit with them has just been going on for way too long. And you know what? It's time to start getting a little bit more vocal and getting a little bit more nasty with them. Mm-hmm. And when I did it recently, all of a sudden they rolled back and they gave me some of my watch hours back that they stole from me last weekend when I did all those live streams. And God knows how many freaking videos that I put out that got freaking should have gotten watch hours. Yep. And they gave me a pittance. They gave me a pittance of about 40 or 50 watch hours back, when it should have been a hell of a lot more.
I agree. I remember when we were looking at the numbers. I'm like, no, your numbers were doing better than mine at one point as well. And I said, what the hell is this shit? How does it say you have like no watch hours? You know, but yeah, that's them playing games, messing with people. You know, they messed with me recently as well. And I'm probably going to be doing the same very soon.
I'll tell you what, if I fail on my own accord because my content isn't good enough, I can accept that. I can make changes and try to make it better. Yeah. But if I'm failing because they are absolutely suppressing views and rigging the game like you're saying, nah, bro. Nope. The teeth are going to be bared. The paws are coming out with weapons attached, and we're coming right back at your neck.
That's right, man. Amen, brother. And yeah, everyone, if you did miss, if you want something a little more lighthearted and easy and fun, go check out the toy stream we did over on Tommy's channel last night. We had a great time over there. We had Tina and Slasher came in. We talked about some of the stuff that we love, you know. Again, didn't mean for this stream to be so heavy today, but at the same time...
there it is, that word again, heavy. Is there something wrong with the gravitational pull in the future?
Apparently there is. Marty. Nelson, buddy, you pop back in. So we'll let you have an outro as well. Or anything else?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to kick me off. Kill them all. Kill all these child traffickers. Kill all these molesters. No mercy. Take them out. Clean these goddamn streets. Kill them all.
In Minecraft.
Amen, brother. Well, no, you're a pedophile. Yeah, I think the end is should happen to them. Wood chippers, all that stuff, because they're scumbags. They're evil pieces of shit. So
Gallagher had the Sledge-O-Matic. You know, we could have the.
I'm calling dibs on the new book, Through the Wood Chipper.
Right. The wood chipper. Why, Vinny? Nice. You have such a very nice lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. You all rock. And I think we're going to be back on Sunday. We should be. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But check out Twitter. That's where I'll usually have my updates and all that great stuff. But until then, be kind to one another. Kick ass while you create. Take no shit from evil motherfuckers. Like I said, man, you guys and girls, you rock. Remember, we got to put more good out there in the world. There's too many scumbags. So, everyone, have a great one.
Get the fuck out of here.